Well, I have in mind two sectors. One is I would specifically speak about the healthcare. You were aware that most of the expatriates who stay here generally go for healthcare checkups in India. And I believe if the budget can look into this part where the GDP collection is, to my knowledge, is 2 to 3%, and if it's been focused more on it, it will definitely help the economy of the country. Second thing I would like to stress on low housing investments. When I say low housing investment is that for people who invest in India, a lot of expatriates who come here would like to have their houses in India. So if they can get these right projects so that people can invest in those homes. And last but not the least, the transport, the infrastructure, if it is taken care for people to move around from one place to another. And if that has been solved, I believe all the expatriates would be very happy about the budget which is coming in.
This particular year demonetization has caught the interest of the entire world. People want to wait and watch. While people appreciate the intention of the government, they know that it is not planned properly and it has affected business in the last quarter. Not only in India, but businesses all over the world who depend on India. A small organization like us, we have a huge Indian client base. We are affected, and I think the coming quarter is also going to closely watch what demonetization is going to do. It has already affected people's habit on expenditure. So now what is happening is that private sector is not coming in and spending. Like, see Dubai. One of the most interesting things that happens in Dubai is infrastructure. No matter what happens with the economy, the government keeps going on with infrastructure. Right now, India needs to concentrate on infrastructure.
Basically, my personal feeling is that the budget should be more people friendly. More people, by I mean the middle class should be more friendly with them, because basically it's they who are the ones who are suffering, they are the ones who are having problems, they are the ones who have to deal with red tape in the government, moving forward basically. The other thing is that the budget should be more on agriculture. India basically, bottom line, is an agricultural country. We have so many mouths to feed, and to feed these people we need to give farmers incentives. Every year you hear hundreds of farmers committing suicide for whatever reason, crop failures or whatever. The other thing is that give these farmers loans at a very, very low rate of interest, so that they do not go to money lenders and thereby sacrifice their lives and the lives of their families and their properties. This is one aspect of it. And the second aspect in the budget is that give concentration to the girl child. Today the girl child needs to be educated. The girl child has to grow up, and there is no facility, except for major cities, there is really no facility anywhere else where the emphasis can be put on the girl child, where she can be educated, where she can do what she wants till she reaches a stage when she is independently decide what she wants to do. Because right now, once you're 14 or 15 or 16, your parents force you to get married, and the child, this thing is over. So this is basically what I am looking forward in the budget, that emphasis is made on these two, agriculture and the girl child. This is what I personally feel.
With the union budget of 2017, as a shipbuilder also having operations in India, we are looking at a budget which would mean a lot of subsidies in the manufacturing sector. The manufacturing sector gives a lot of opportunities for employment as well as a lot of foreign exchange for the country. So as a matter of fact, we would be looking at heavy subsidies like what Chinese government and Korean governments are doing to make this sector really competitive. With the vast coastline and the skilled labor we have in India, I think this industry, the marine and offshore and the shipbuilding industry, can really take long strides in progress for the nation.
If you really, like me as an NRI, has to go to India, they say one window, absolutely wrong. You need to at least go to 20, minimum 20 windows. I mean it. Now this I'm talking out of experience, because I have a small property in Mahabaleshwar. We've been trying to develop a hotel over there. But I won't call it red tapeism or anything, but the procedures one has to go through is tiring, an ordeal. It's like, unthinkable for guys like us who are not living there. People living there, they are used to it. They'll get their ways and out. We are not cut out for all those things. So yes, there. Now coming back again to budget, if they come with some real good reforms, which should attract the middle class, the older class or the richer class people, they have their means and ways of getting out. So come up with something for the middle class people.
Now personally I think they are going to give a big relief to the middle class, because the cost of living has gone up. Cost of living is very high in India at the moment. So personally I think the budget is going to be more friendly to the middle class. Apart from that, of course, lot of money that they are going to save because of demonetization. They are going to spend more money on infrastructure and generating more jobs over there. One more point which I personally think they are going to concentrate is on the housing loans, because the housing loans are very expensive over there. With the result, the middle class is not able to afford buying own apartments over there. So this is where I think they are going to concentrate more.
India is a democratic country which says it's for the people and by the people and of the people. So I've always believed any budget which happens for the country should be for the people and for the development of the country.